So far, we have closed 9 appointments for 162,000 in revenue. We have spent just under 13 grand in that time between both the retainer and the ad spend. So that's been pretty awesome. And our return on ad spends, again, we're including the retainer, but it's about 12.5. Probably those who could benefit very most from this are those that already have these systems running, already spending monthly, but just want to get more efficient with that money and find something that has more of a dial to it. That was us. We're actually spending less money on a monthly basis, significantly less. Like we're spending 60% of what we were at before and getting about double the appointments or more, just depending on, in addition to higher quality. You check every single box, right?
Hey everyone, my name is Stove. I'm the founder and CEO here at Advertiso. We have another guest here with us. He's Nick. He's the marketing director at HomeMasters, and we are here today for asking his experience so far working with Advertiso. So, yep. First, Nick, you can go ahead, and for everyone watching this, you can just give a quick introduction, please.
Happy to be here. Drew is awesome. It's been a pleasure working with him. I've been marketing director with HomeMasters for about a year now. Been there 2 years.
Tell us a little bit about your story, what you have seen so far in all of the marketing industry space, like the agency space, and how did you felt Advertiso is different?
Yeah, so started out door knocking, trying to get that dialed in, and then really moved on to just looking at a variety. We looked at 20 plus different lead sources, trying to find what would be that magic bullet, what's working right now, what systems can we build around them. And we're seeing, we found a couple that were pretty good. Again, it was either limited volume or only certain times of the year. And then what I really came to realize is that right now, other roofers are crushing it with meta ads. So I was like, oh, that's really interesting. How is that happening? And this is after talking to upwards of 20 different roofer owners, just cold calling around, seeing who would be willing to give me some ideas about what's working. And so that's how I came across you. And I was met with probably 10 different meta ad companies, tried 2 others before really figuring out exactly what's making this work, which is the model that you have. It's definitely the correct system for today's environment. So
Awesome. And have you guys also tried the traditional route that most of the roofing businesses go, which is Angie's and Home Advisors? And
those were those lead aggregators we were on before for a decade plus. You get your typical return on ad spend, from 4 to 8. But for us, you're paying $300 a lead for roofing leads in our market. So you're at $900 an appointment, and then 20 to 25% close rate standard, as Angie told me in talking to them. Cost per acquisition can be $3,500, and yet it's still profitable. How do we make that better? That was the question, because we've seen that number going up, unfortunately, as competition increases. This is really a play looking at the future, realizing what we're doing is not working. We gotta change from using those guys.
And do you also feel like everything that we're doing is exclusive to you, or are we sharing your appointments with other 5 roofers in your town?
Oh yeah, no, you guys are not. Yeah, it's been phenomenal. I have leads that are coming in exclusively and not being resold, shared right at the time when it's most important to be able to get that client. It's just phenomenal. And I definitely do credit the awesome cost per appointment, partially because of that, because I'm not competing against 10 of the roofers just to set the appointment. So let alone actually when you're doing the bid, but I think that's an underrated aspect of this, is much better conversion from those exclusive leads and marketing on the lead to appointment.
Were you feeling a little bit skeptical if this going to work, because you had some bad taste in the marketing in the past, right?
Yeah, I mean, thankfully it wasn't upfront. Sometimes we've been charged $10, $20, $30,000 at a time. It felt like a much smaller risk given the upfront ask, and then also knowing that cost is going to go down over time as we scale instead of go up is something that was really encouraging. So far, we have closed 9 appointments for 162,000 in revenue. And we have spent just under 13 grand in that time between both the retainer and the ad spend. So that's been pretty awesome. Our return on ad spends, again, we're including the retainer, but it's about 12.5, which is double, triple.
Super happy to, being able to really help you guys. Anyone watching this that is a little bit skeptical, right? They want to get started. They know our system is working for other people, right? What would you say to them?
I would say that just think about what's making this work and then watch all the different pieces and how they come together to make it work. And you can see that there's nothing else behind the curtain. It's a completely different experience than just buying leads that are non-branded, I would say, is 1. And 2, these guys are much more ready than a lot of people that we'll see. And then also the office work is so much lower. Honestly, to do this volume but have to follow up on all those leads, we'd probably have to hire another person as we continue to scale this. But right now, you guys are basically that solution for us. So it's actually a cost-saving measure when you're looking to grow. And you can keep people focused on the right things and keeping the system in check instead of having to just spend all their time on a very low dollar activity, which is the follow-up with these clients. We were actually able to implement Rehash with the same office person So instead of them following them up on leads, instead he's actually rehashing when there's a cancel. He's going back, making calls, and we've saved 2 deals so far just in the last not even 30 days.
Because the office person is now able to focus on what's really revenue driven activity, which is following up with the deals that already, like the appointments that already been run, instead of calling and trying to set all the appointments, which we take care of for you guys.
That's correct. And what's been incredible too is we are already spending significantly monthly. Probably those who could benefit very most from this are those that already have these systems running, already spending monthly, but just want to get more efficient with that money and find something that has more of a dial to it. That was us. We're actually spending less money on a monthly basis, significantly less. Like we're spending 60% of what we were at before and getting about double the appointments or more, just depending on, in addition to higher quality. You check every single box, right?
How quick we booked the appointment when we started the ads for you?
First couple days. I mean, it was very quick. I think what it was is you said, hey, it was right over a weekend. You're like, give me these. I think it was 3 days, and then boom, an appointment showed up the next day, and the day after that was 2. So it was pretty quick. We were also converting over ad spend from another platform, so we were perfectly fine starting pretty much at as much ad spend as Drew would let us. We're like, yep, let's get this thing rolling. So that helps for sure.
Awesome. Anyone watching this, if you don't want to spend 2-3 months on investing a company and then getting appointments after months, and you want to get appointments coming within a week and have that turnaround time quick, you know where to go. So